Hi there, Lawyer Machedo. Speaking to you from lawyermachedo.com. Who's Lawyer Machedo? Think Personal Branding. Okay, I got this news. It seems that U.S. human rights group Condemn Emirati crackdown on opponents. Okay, so what it means, the headlines is, if you speak something bad about UAE, now, before you jump the bandwagon and say, UAE is bad, UAE is evil, evil. Okay, simple question. Let's say you do it in Saudi. What is going to happen? Bamboo. You know what is bamboo? If you don't know, ask an Indian. Okay. Let's say, for example, in Saudi. Let's say Kuwait. You attack the government. Attack means verbally. I'm not saying violence. Any of these Arab countries. Which country you say, we welcome, yeah, welcome. Habibi, Allah Khali, come. No, not that come. Okay. So, which country, which Arab country would welcome? None. And for those of you who will jump on the bandwagon, oh, but democracy and all that bull. Well, you do it in China, no. You do it in Russia, no. Then you'll say USA, great country, free country. Depends. USA depends. Let's say, for example, you do something, and people don't like it. Now, if you're a Christian and you do something, what will be the headlines? But if you're Muslim and you do something, what will be the headlines? Yes. What about UK? UK, everything is perfect. What about India? Let's take India. You say Modi, yay. But what if you say something about Modi? They'll say anti-national. Okay. So the point I'm trying to make here is there is no country that is perfect. But that does not mean this is acceptable. However, should it be ignored? Should it be talked about? We need to have a balance. Okay, I'll get to that. We are trying to take too much on our head. Let me read. So, parliamentary and human rights groups in United States of America. You guys shut your mouth. USA, you're not the standard. I mean, one time you'll say Saudi is a regime and Saudi is evil. Biden will say that, and Biden then will go fist bump with the sheikh because he wants prices to come down, oil. But this time the Saudi guy said, up yours, whatever. So US is not the standard of values that we can look up to. Okay, so US, in fact, whenever they come out with reports criticizing India's human rights records, they will never come out with the reports focusing on their own human rights record, which is pathetic. Okay. So, United States of America criticized the arbitrary arrests of opponents against their political background in the UAE. The latest, which was with lawyer Asim Ghafoor. USA, how about Guantanamo Bay, man? Come on, let's talk about that. Let's talk about your spectacular record of Afghanistan. You did an amazing job there. You know how you just dumped everyone and ran away. What about Iraq? How you helped Iraq grow? Democracy there, right? So you did. And what about Ukraine? How much you are helping them by supplying weapons, not food, not anything, weapons. Fight. Okay. So this is United States of America. What a great country it is. Wow. Okay. Last month, the UAE authorities arrested Ghafoor, who worked as a lawyer for a prominent Saudi journalist, Jamal Khashoggi, who was killed inside his country's consulate in Istanbul, Turkey, in early October 2018. Baba is dead and gone. He's dead and gone. It's wrong what happened. Fine. But when you attack powerful guys, very powerful guys, who are known for their temper, what do you expect? You expect them to give an award and kiss. In fact, Salman Rushdie wrote a storybook and someone, Allah Akbar, jik, killed him. Anyway, you made the book now number 1. Okay, thank you very much for that. So, when you give an opinion and people will kill you, you write a storybook. Jamal Khashoggi was busy attacking one of the most powerful, rich and, hot-tempered chaps. You keep prodding the guy, even a dog will jump on you and rip you to shreds, right? So, I'm not saying he deserved it, but you need to carefully choose which enemy you want to make. So, Jamal Khashoggi died, sad, but he's dead. Leave him, let him go. No, you're still using this to make a big story. Trust me, even USA doesn't give a damn. Don't think USA loves Jamal Khashoggi. That's not the case. If that was the case, Biden wouldn't have gone to Saudi and fist bump with, MBS. Yeah. Okay. The New York Times reported the pressure is growing in USA on UAE to release Ghafoor and stop the arbitrary arrest it's practicing. USA will shut its mouth the minute someone buys billions of dollars of weapons, which every Arab country knows, and then they change their tune. Okay. We've seen that with Trump, we've seen that with Biden, so let's not act. Okay. On Thursday, members of the Congress who are jobless and a group of Islamic organizations held two separate press conferences to draw attention to the case of attorney Asim Ghafoor. Nothing is going to happen, this is just a waste of time. Abu Dhabi said on July 16 it had detained him after convicting him of absentia of tax evasion and money laundering. This is a little bit of bullshit for UAE. There are so many people who are doing tax evasion, so many money laundering. They will cherry pick whom to catch. Okay. Adding that it had investigated Ghafoor, a US citizen, at the request of the United States. But a State Department, now see, here's the problem. USA has two sides, Republican, Democrats. So it depends who you're keeping happy. But a State Department spokesman said 2 days later that Washington had asked the Emiratis, had not asked the Emiratis to detain him, which is bullshit. We certainly did not ask or seek the arrest of Mr. Ghafoor, said Ned Price. Yeah, you should believe politicians. They tell the truth. Ghafoor's colleagues and the supporters in Congress said his sudden arrest raised questions of whether the UAE was holding him for political reasons, such as his relationship with Khashoggi, which is very true. Okay, everyone knows that's a reason. Okay, Ghafoor's supporters said he has been accused, tried, and convicted without his knowledge or opportunity to defend himself, and described his detention as arbitrary and unfair. He said, and she said. Price said there's no indication at this stage that Ghafoor's arrest has anything got to do with his relationship with Jamal Khashoggi, but he said the United States has requested additional information about the Emiratis. United States that claim that Israel didn't commit any crimes against the Palestinians. United States, the great country that still does not believe that there is a gun issue, a gun problem in USA. United States that still Biden says there is no recession. What recession are you talking? In fact, they have changed the definition on Wikipedia. That powerful is USA, where they can do whatever they want. So they're never wrong. Have you seen United States ever saying that they are wrong? No, they're always right. Okay, they are the standard by which we all people have to follow their values. Ghafoor and Mr. Khashoggi founded the human rights organization Democracy for the Arab World Now, DAWN. Oh, nice. Democracy for the Arab World Now, which called to an end to human rights abuse in UAE. He urged a halt to US arms sales to that country. Money talks. They'll halt it, then it'll go. Okay. Representative Don Bayer Jr., a Democrat from Virginia, said at a news conference that Ghafoor's treatment by UAE authorities was unacceptable. Yeah, of course, you'll say that. Guantanamo Bay is acceptable. According to the newspaper, foreign tourists and migrant workers faced arrests and swift trials for violating UAE laws, and other foreigners spent years in prison for failing to pay small debts. Yeah, what do you want? Them to take money and run away? And when in UAE, learn to respect UAE, isn't it? I know what my critics are saying. He took some money, bribe, that's why he's talking good. Pay me, no problem. Ghafoor, a father of three who works for Washington, lives in Virginia, was arrested in July 14 at Dubai airport on his way to a wedding in Istanbul, according to Dawn. You're an idiot to pass by the Middle East. Just imagine, after all the videos that I put bashing up UAE on things that are wrong, and I'm passing by UAE, you think they're going to welcome me with roses? Yeah, it'll be like a metal dildo with spikes. In 2010, a federal judge ordered the government to pay more than 2.5 million in legal fees and damages to Mr. Ghafoor and another attorney, such as Saudi Charity in Oregon, after discovering they had been wiretapped without the court's order during a federal investigation into philanthropy. They'll say a lot of things, but nobody's going to do anything. In 2014, a report based a document leaked by Edward J. Snowden, nice guy, I like him, identified Ghafoor as one of the 5 US Muslim American agencies that wired him under an operation authorized by the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. In fact, good they mentioned his name. Edward J. Snowden. He himself doesn't trust USA. Can you tell me why? He doesn't trust the intelligence service. He doesn't trust nothing about USA. Then why we trusting USA here? which allowed the government to monitor Americans if they were suspected of committing a crimes on behalf of a foreign power. Ghafoor was not charged with any offense. Google spies on you, Facebook spies on you, the content is curated, Twitter censors whatever it wants. Come on, man. Why are we acting like this doesn't happen? So, it's nothing where UAE is bad or US is good. Every country has its bad or good. However, over here, they just want to tell you that this guy was arrested, Mr. Ghafoor, and UAE is bad. I would just say it's a political move, and where the favor tilts in the favor of UAE or where it benefits them, they will choose to do accordingly. So, is this right? Is this wrong? You let me know your thoughts. Good, bad, ugly. I'd love to read your comments. This is me signing off. You guys take care. Ciao.